Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
Teddy, is a grizzly a brown or is a brown its own thing?
I thought they were the same. I could be wrong.
So.
I could be wrong.
You think what? You think so what?
I just think so.
Good answer,
Idiot.
Ted. Good answer. Good answer.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot
The
longer.
numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Timmy Hall is in on a Football Friday. How you doing, bud?
Oh, hello, Bone. We got a Football Friday. We got this little swing where we got a Buckeye men's basketball game leading right into a much, much, much bigger Ohio State football game tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. So because of that, today is a 2-hour show. So we have to jam in a bunch of stuff normally scheduled for 3 hours into 2 today. So
Where are you going to put a tree that big, Bone?
Teddy, you can't. Ted, don't buzz me already. I told Ted, just like we've said before, when we had 2-hour shows with Buckeye basketball, Ted is empowered to buzz us at any point when we need to move on because we got so much crap to get to today. He can buzz in whenever he wants and let us know, all right, we got to do something else. So that's the buzzer. It's there for you.
Can we buzz Ted in the times that he chimes in? Ted, say something. How was your day yesterday? Sorry, too late. Sorry.
Can't do it.
No, sorry.
So-
don't talk.
Don't worry. Here's what we got. All right. We have Saturday Showcase coming up at 3:30. We're going to 3:34. Sorry, I want to get the accurate time. So we'll get into all the college football games. We have got NFL picks. If you would like to be represented as an NFL picker, the way we're doing it now is you text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. You let us know, hey, I want to be in NFL picks. Ted will pick 3 of you. Pick. And then all of our picks for the NFL picks, whoever wins, the person that we're representing, they win the prize.
Yes.
So very
Yes.
good stuff.
I like the change of format here.
We also have, and this is not like a nothing thing, we have Tool of the Week. Now, the NFL pick segment, we usually do that at 4:48. We're doing that at 4. So you only have an hour to get these, requests in to be a guest picker. Then at 4:34, we are going to do Tool of the Week. So usually that's a 5:34 thing. We're moving it back an hour. Lots of stuff to try to get to today.
It's like you're a Buckeye show tonight.
Whew, man, I don't know how you do this. Yeah, 2 hours?
I don't know.
I'm
Most
someone
nights,
who's...
this time of season, I don't have 2 hours.
I'm used to being able to just luxuriate in my space and just kind of take my time, make my point. Now it's almost like I'm instead of being a marathon runner, I'm a sprinter here.
Right.
I got to get in there. All right, Teddy's.
Sorry.
That's fine. All right.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's start off with Jackets time last night.
Oh,
Jackets,
nice.
Tampa went to overtime, but that's not the story. One, Jackets win, overtime win. Zach Werenski having a monster night. Scored in overtime to win the game.
And Kent Johnson, too, being
Kent
back
Johnson
in the
got
lineup
back.
and doing what he did.
Zach set the franchise record, becoming the first Jackets defenseman with 5 points, 2 goals, and 3 assists in a single game.
Just
So,
awesome.
fantastic stuff from him. And the praise coming from all corners of the NHL about how great he's been, that is, you love to see it.
Without a doubt, the best player on the team. And you like to see guys like this who are from the system stay with the Jackets. And this is what was always talked about, right? Like this was sort of that thing where, we like to draft the talent and we want guys that really want to be here. We want guys that want to be Columbus Blue Jackets. We have been hearing those phrases from pretty much every regime that's been through here.
Yep.
But you also do want to believe it to be true. You want to build your organization that way. You want to have skilled players that want to re-sign here and make their career here. And Z really does feel like he's that guy. That's why you really want this Dean Evison coach team to be the real thing now. So somebody like him, because you've had good defensemen before. You had Seth Jones that played with Zach Werenski, and he was great, and he's now gone. But I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to think about that. Werenski just played a fabulous game. It was great to have some of these guys back. My parents actually rolled over to the game yesterday, and I was talking to my dad on the way in here, and he said, that's one of the craziest hockey games, or not even one of the craziest hockey game I've ever been in the building for. The start of that second period was just, it was comical. The PA announcer could not get the info out, the time of the goal, the assist given before the next goal was being scored.
Is that Greg Murray? I want to say is the guy who does our in-arena stuff?
Fabulous.
Yeah,
fantastic.
him and Mike Todd. Yeah, that team over there, they do a great job.
Just
all the Jackets games are a blast. And then that second period, right, where, like you said, it was just, what was it, 6 goals in like 7 minutes or something, back and forth?
It was a 5-5 game before the halfway point of the hockey game.
I'd never seen anything like that. Like that many goals in that amount. I've seen 5 goals apiece in like 2 periods of hockey. That's a thing, but this was beyond that even. It was very bizarre.
You had 28 seconds into the period, 1:55 into the period, then like 16 seconds later, right? 2:11 into the period, 3:42 into the period, Werenski scored, 5:26, and then 6:18. And it was insane. It was totally insane.
7th time in franchise history, 3rd time at home, the Jackets have overcome a 3-goal deficit to win. It was also this season, of their 8 victories, 7 of them, they have scored at least 5 goals. So, so far the formula is you're going to have to score some goals to win some games for the Jackets this year. That's all right. They're a young team. They're working on it. Dean Evison had said after the game, we were practicing blue line and, trying to maintain some integrity back there in the defensive third. Well, we're going to do that again tomorrow when we practice. Because 3 of the last 4 games now, they've found their way to scoring a lot of goals again. They had a little dry spell when they went on the road, and they're going to have another Western trip coming up. So hopefully they can actually improve off that first long road trip and try to figure out how to get some overtimes at least, or maybe even grab a win or 2. Yeah. You'd love. I hope that's what happens, by the way. But this team, as far as we can keep grabbing wins, even if you're not playing well defensively, keep just stacking up wins for right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Go with that. It's entertaining. It's fun to go watch it.
Absolutely.
At the very least.
That's what you want.
Now, Browns last night, also just an epic game, an interesting game.
You didn't hit the buzzer, Teddy.
Oh, well, he didn't have to. I knew. I was ready. I was good. You can hit it if you want to, but I was already moving on. How about that? So, Browns and Steelers. Thank you, Ted. Browns and Steelers. That was a, the game is actually, they're replaying it now on NFL Network as we're sitting here. And it's so bizarre.
How's this the same game?
I know. You watch the first quarter of this game, and it's
beautiful.
Looks like just a nice, cool night in Cleveland, right?
My kind of night.
Well, it quickly turns from that to just all-out chaos with the snow. And it didn't stop once it started. It kind of just kept going the entire night, to the point that at some point when I'm watching this game, I tweeted this out. It looked like you were watching TV in the 80s or the early 90s when you had rabbit ears and you get the fuzz that would be over the screen.
Sure.
You're kind of like
snow, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Isn't
you would.
What a lot of people
they would call it snow.
That?
And it looked just like the snow that was falling on this game. So
and it's easy for us to say. I saw Beamer tweeting it out as well, and I was right there with him. It is fantastic to watch on TV. It really is neat. You're sitting there in the comfort of your own living room, maybe even get a fire crackling. That might be the perfect night. Get a fire crackling, not even one of those propane furnaces, real wood, Jerry. Get that going. Get yourself a hot cup of hot chocolate, something like that, and watch a game in the AFC North that is just being littered with snow, dumped on. I'd even settle for midweek Maction. I think the midweek Maction games are kind of cool, and they get social media buzz and attention. If Kalamazoo is having like a foot of snow dumped on, everyone's like, oh my God, Central Michigan at Western tonight. Check it out. Or Toledo's up there. Look what's going on.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Here is what one of the heroes of the game, Jameis Winston, had to say about playing in those conditions.
It really was amazing. Like, I was just praying on the sideline because that fourth quarter, it really was like it was a whole paradigm shift. Like, we were playing so well offensively, and then bang, bang, back-to-back drives with turnovers. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, this is really an NFL's film moment. The snow starts pouring down. It starts getting like I felt like my feet started getting heavy because I'm squishing through the snow. And man, it was so good, and it was so great to end up getting that win.
He is a wonder.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Teddy, you tell me if I'm wrong on this. I've been trying to figure out who his voice twin is, and I'm going there's a little bit of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, in there, don't you think?
Yeah.
A little bit of that?
Yeah, he's trying to,
Is he the Hard Times guy?
Yeah, that's Hard Times, Daddy. They took your job, Daddy. A computer took your job.
The weather was coming in everywhere, left and right.
I love it, though. I got to tell you, Jameis before the game had the quote, too, where they asked him, they're like, what's your mindset? And he's like, go out there, play to win. He's very, by the book. He's like, just, thankful to God that we've got a chance to go play to win. And then they asked him, what about playing in the snow? And you see this, childlike grin come upon his face. And he's like, God. We are so fortunate to get to play in this weather. And I thought,
you know what?
You hear that, Jimmy and D?
You know what?
You want to build your stupid dome, huh? Look at how happy he is.
I am going back and forth now on Jameis Winston.
I know.
I think I think he just won me right back.
He does.
I thought he was a psychopath 24 hours ago. I said he was like PJ Fleck and one of these football crazies rowing his boat, saying all these weird things. But you know what? Damn it, the guy loves football. The guy loves being out there and playing. And thank you to him for referencing NFL films, too, because I referenced that last night.
It looked exactly like what you want.
It's just scenic. I paused that photo where Jameis was running into the end zone. How cool was that when he sold his body, almost looking like John Elway, trying to stretch out for the goal line? Maybe I shouldn't have used a Broncos reference for the Browns with where they are at 3-8. But hey, you know what? You couldn't change the fact that you're 2-8. All you could do is go out there and try to win. And of course, talking about the draft status, the draft things, I was more joking when I said that. It's something that we all talk about, try to secure your draft position. You're not wanting to lay down and die against the Pittsburgh Steelers at home in the snow.
No.
So good on them. That was one of the most fun football games I have ever watched.
Yeah, I agree. Jameis Winston, it was an NFL Films game. He had it right. He was totally there.
The frozen tundra.
Yeah.
Here's some Municipal Stadium.
Yeah,
Cleveland, Ohio.
He was right on with that.
John Facenda could just put me to bed.
Yeah, and you know what? I can't wait for NFL Films to. I know they don't really do NFL Films anymore, but whenever the highlights they do, I can't wait for when they build that stupid dome that looks like a giant Costco, when they put that out in the middle of nowhere or out in, the suburbs, and then there's no weather, and then you're going to be like, what highlight am I watching? Is this a home game for the Lions or the Browns? I know which two teams are playing in this game, but they both play in domes. It'll be 70 degrees in there. Everyone will be wearing their goofy, half cut off zip things.
Damn shame. And you know what?
I want parkas and guys wearing big old toboggans, and I want dudes wearing overalls with no shirts under them like those guys were. Yeah, I want some of that.
Maybe it's not for me. We talked about this. Maybe I don't want to go out there in 20 degree weather in a blizzard, but it looks like there's still plenty of people that do. And there's always that next generation, there's always that next generation of young fans that really seem to get a kick out of this and want to go out there and experience things and be a part of it.
Yeah.
And that was awesome to watch.
It was great. I used to be someone who said, play them in domes so we know who No.
Save football.
That last night.
Save it.
And I had some Browns fans who were like, oh, well, you only enjoyed it because we won. No. If the Browns had lost or won, I would feel about that game. There were lots of casuals and neutrals who just jumped in and said, I'm all in on this game.
It's great.
Snow.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's just great.
All right. Come back. Big game tomorrow in the shoe. You've heard high noon, Buckeyes, Indiana. We'll talk about it next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch out for an accident that's blocking the right shoulder on southbound 71's off-ramp to westbound 270, and that's on the north outer belt. And keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the west side near 670. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Black Friday is here at your local Ram dealer, where right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $479 a month for 42 months with $3,859 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 12/2/24.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage and care you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan. You'll feel confident because you have plan options that fit your needs. You could have a plan with a $0 premium and even personalized care from a wide network of doctors, or all-in-one plans that may include medical and prescription coverage, as well as routine dental, vision, and hearing. When it comes to the benefits and support you need, Humana has Medicare Advantage plans made for your well-being and your wallet. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sports book is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news, you can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Morning Juice.
You don't get fired for losing. You get fired for failing to meet expectations. If people think your team's going to be trash, and you find a way to win 5 games, you're fine.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, frozen grade A Kroger brand turkey is 49 cents a pound with your card and digital coupon and an additional $25 purchase. Limit 1. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get the perfect match of both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The holidays are here, and let's face it, it's easy to put on a few extra pounds between the parties, the food, and the stress. But this year, do something different and try semaglutide from Affinity Whole Health. Semaglutide is a game changer for weight loss. It'll help curb cravings and keep your energy up so you can tackle the holidays with ease. If you're thinking about TRT or already on it, they work together for amazing results. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Is thinning hair or a receding hairline making you self-conscious? Try Hair Grow from New Nordic. Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start feeling your best with Hair Grow.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A cloudy day today, scattered showers this afternoon, high 46. Dry tomorrow, dry again on Sunday. I think right now, Sunday is the pick of the weekend, as that will be the day that we have more sunshine with highs in the mid-50s. On Saturday, looking at cloudy skies, high 49. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
2-hour show today. We are a little light because Buckeye basketball is coming up right after this. Timmy Hall will get you kicked off with a little warm-up discussion for the Buckeyes at 5:15. We kick it to our network pregame coverage.
We'll tip it off.
Tip at 6 with the Campbell Camels. Is that right?
The Campbell?
Campbell. I'm saying Campbell because I know there's a P in there.
Just say Campbell.
Campbell, like the soup.
How do you say mountains? Do you say mountains?
Mountains.
And really pronounce that T?
Mountains.
I
throw football over them mountains.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back.
Yeah.
I'd take state.
So Campbell is coming in 6 o'clock. This apparently, we got a couple of issues there for Buckeye basketball. A couple dudes not available, right?
Yeah,
Timmy?
like the whole front line.
Yeah. Big guys are out tonight.
Sean Stewart, we saw him get hurt in that Evansville game.
Yeah.
And I had heard, I want to say that this is going to be precautionary because I had heard the day after the game that Stewart was going to be okay. He was going to be just fine. And these are early games. And I know that Bradshaw had also missed that Cincinnati exhibition game with a concussion. The concussion's going around apparently because Austin Parks had one too. The other big guy, the St. Henry kid. So I don't know what they're going to try doing. We did see Ivan Niegovan.
Sounds like they're getting after it in practice at the very least.
It does, and
that's physical practice.
It's good to hear. And I heard that after the A&M loss, they were very upbeat and very energetic in those practices going into the Evansville game. You didn't see it in the first 10 minutes, but boy, did they
turned it on.
They hit the gas. Their defense was there from Jump Street, so that was great. But maybe Ivan Niegovan, the Croatian that people are going to want to get to know, 7'1". It'd be a great opportunity for him. We shall see. I think they can handle this team anyway. They're a 25.5-point favorite. Let those guards cook. Just give the ball to Bruce Thornton and just say, go dominate.
Yeah. So there you go. Buckeye basketball tonight, right after us, but we are out an hour early because of that. We'll have Tool of the Week coming up at 4:34. You can tweet us those at Man and Bone 971. Get them in early. All right. Timmy on the Buckeye Show usually does a thing called the final walkthrough. And I thought, why not have Timmy do one of those here? Because we are getting ready for Indiana. We have this all getting ready to happen. So this is a top 5 matchup. Whatever you think of Indiana, maybe you don't believe in this team.
Yep.
But I thought, why don't we do one of these final walkthroughs on the show here?
It was very nice when you told me that we could do that because I was not going to be able to have a Buckeye show tonight because of Buckeye Hoops. It was very, very kind that you offered the time there. And so we did a little express version. Usually it's a little longer, but I know for time constraints because I'd get buzzed by Teddy anyway because it's a shorter show. So are we ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready
for the
Timmy.
final walkthrough.
Timmy, I'm ready.
Teddy, are you ready?
I'm ready, Tim. Let's go.
Is Fitch ready for it?
He's somewhere. I'm sure Fitch is ready.
Who knows? But we're all ready. It's time for the final walkthrough. All right, Week 13 final walkthrough. Great to do it for you fine Buckeye fans and to do an express version on the institution that is Man and Bone. Yes, looking nice. Well, thank you, man. It's good that you're gone or we probably wouldn't even be doing this, but great to be with T-Bone.
Mr. T-Bone.
So let's start with the fun. It's the Indiana Hoosiers, the Hoosier State, known for things like the Indy 500. Bone loves that, and the lovely songs that they sing to us beforehand.
Back home again in Indiana.
That's where I want to be. That's what my pop-up would sing, but he just made the words up. But there's a new popular anthem of the state of Indiana that's really catching on here.
Oh, Indiana, it's the Hoosier State. Oh, Indiana, their football ain't so great.
Jimmy Irsay swerving all over the road. Oh, all right, I'm done now. That one really slaps, though. It's good. It's catchy. To the game file. Being serious here. Your second-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the fifth-ranked Indiana Hoosiers. Bucks 9-1, 6-1 in the Big Ten. Indiana perfect 10-0. First time in school history. 7-0 in league play. Look at the weather day for this one. 45 degrees and cloudy. It's not going to be like Cleveland last night, but pretty good.
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to be in true football weather.
Let's get to that Indiana coach. He's the hot guy in the sport right now. Remember at that IU basketball game, he said how Purdue sucks, and so does Michigan and Ohio State, and this lovely gem.
How do you, is there it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
Google that man. And maybe this is getting at Ryan Day a little bit. Maybe he's had enough of the hoopla. He was just on with McAfee. This was today.
This Hoosiers team's real deal.
Well, so we.
Oh! Oh, God! Oh, boy! Wow, Ryan Day with a little quick one.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can.
All right, but just one more from Ryan Day, being serious again. This is what his team is about right now in his eyes.
This team wants to win. They're not interested in individual accolades, and I know the whole team, the offense, and the offensive line is crushed for Seth. And you wake up the next morning, you got to move on. That's just the way this things work. Nobody cares. The game of football doesn't care. That's just the way it works. We do.
Little tidbit time here. The Buckeyes are a top 5 team, playing a top 5 team for the 3rd time this season through 11 games. That's the first time that has ever happened in Ohio State history. We said this was an express version, so we wrap it up quickly. Pre-game coverage, 6:30 in the morning tomorrow with myself in for the sickly Matty Ice, DeVere, and Dane Sanzenbacher. And then me and my friend Beam will be seeing you at 4:30 or so to break this one down.
And I hope to see you out there.
Very nicely done, Timmy. That's a lot. Very quickly.
Thank you, Bone. Thank you, Beam. Thank you, Ted.
Thank you,
Thank
Fish.
you, Ted.
Thank you,
Thank
Fish.
you. And Fish.
Now,
and all of you fine Buckeye fans.
Can I say that Ryan Day clip? Because I know that happened just a few hours ago.
Yes, it did. They were standing right there in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee's wearing a sleeveless shirt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
and his arms are red.
And he looked miserable.
Really cold.
He was trying to be a tough guy. He looked miserable.
Tough guy. Yep.
But Ryan Day, very quick. I think we talked about this since Penn State game, right? It felt like that Penn State game, something changed for this team. The stuff that we all wanted to see click in, that nastiness, that extra little edge, pushing guys around in the fourth quarter.
Yes. Yeah.
That is what I want to see in this game. That's what I am hoping to see in this game. The fact that Ryan Day wasn't just like, hey, yeah, they're a very good team, and we got to take them seriously and all that. The fact that he just fired back with, yeah, so are we. Okay. All right.
It tells you, and he's allowed to feel that way. It's almost a little bit hearkening back to the Lou Holtz type of situation.
Well, that's what I want that,
I think both is,
I want that.
I do, and I think both is fair. We have every right as a college football nation to be putting Curt Cignetti up on a bit of a pedestal. The man has taken over Indiana, a known loser football program.
The losingest program in Division I football. They have the most losses of any team in Division I football. Yeah.
I mean, the Buckeyes have won, as I said in there, 28 straight against these guys. Yeah. And he's 10-0, no schedule. I don't care. They're 7-0 in this newfound conference. So you should put him up a little bit. And Ryan Day, I can understand it could get under his skin a little bit for all this talk, all this stuff about Curt Cignetti. Who is he? Who is Ted Danson?
Yeah.
I'm Ryan Day.
Yeah. I like
here we go.
Well, we are going to talk about this plenty today. But as you said, we have a short show, so we're moving quick today. Next up, Saturday Showcase. We're going to talk about some of the other college football games going on. They're not the biggest, again, having 2 top 5 teams, that's here in Columbus. There are implications for the college football playoffs, though. We'll discuss those next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and the 71 East Split. And watch for some slowdown due to an accident if you're traveling on 5th Avenue at 20th Street. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot and honey pepperoni pizza, or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The holidays are right around the corner. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000.
Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan for details.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. And this month at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, we have 2.99% APR for 72 months on the 2024 and 2025 Toyota Tundras. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for details. And when you think Tundra, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky.
With approved credit, tax title, and $387 doc fee not included. Offer ends December 2nd.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
You might not consider yourself a tech expert, but you can still protect yourself from online scammers with McAfee Total Protection. From fake delivery text to bank alerts, scams are everywhere. That's where McAfee Total Protection steps in. McAfee will help keep your devices and identity safer and your private info private. Visit McAfee.com/online protection and get up to 79% off award-winning online protection. This Black Friday Cyber Monday deal won't last. Offer ends 12/4/24. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Saving on all your gifts at Meijer and saving more when you redeem M-Perks rewards might sound like a holiday miracle. Getting more fresh produce and redeeming more on favorite presents? Earning points on holiday essentials and rewarding yourself with the hottest electronics. It's like getting snow on Christmas morning and someone else to shovel it. Saving on the season at Meijer is good, but saving even more with M-Perks rewards? That's a good deal better. Earn points, claim rewards, and bring more good to the holidays with M-Perks at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in store or on the Meijer app.
Diamond Seller is bringing the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 5th through December 7th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Salmo Road location. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
Scotty Vegas for Maxima Concrete. They redid my whole driveway, but they can do so much more, like outdoor kitchens, pools, patios, you name it. Mention this ad for $250 off your next project with Maxima Concrete and visit MaximaConcrete.com.
Okay, name? Occupation? Great. You get a brand new Kia for less than lunch, under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia. Is that a turkey? Of course, we're talking turkey. With event pricing and the credit approve-a-thon. Wow, and new Kias are less than lunch? Yes, under $5 a day. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All three under $5 a day. Wow, that's only $139 a month for 24 months. Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day. $249 for 24 months. He just got an EV6 with 0% financing. Lucky goose. Turkey. Turkey, right. But I'd never get approved. If you've got a job, you ride. You guys are great. Great cars, great people. Great Lakes Kia. In Columbus. GreatLakesKia.com. GreatLakesKia.com. You're such a ham.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Every show available to you on whatever device you have that gets podcasts. Just search Common Man and T-Bone on your device, on your favorite podcast app. You can also find it on our app, the 97.1 The Fan app. All the podcasts are there, too. But wherever you get your podcasts.
Absolutely. Tyvus is a huge fan of that.
He knows all about that. Yeah, he loves it. So just search Common Man and T-Bone wherever you get podcasts. The podcast is brought to you by our friends at Care Heating and Cooling. We thank them for that. Timmy Hall is in. We have a short show today because Buckeye basketball coverage starts at 5. Tip-off against Campbell starts at 6. All that action right here on The Fan. So we are moving quickly today. It is time to get into some games. Saturday Showcased is next. Let's do it.
Common Man and T-Bone present Saturday Showcase.
Sponsored by the Waterworks. From sump pumps and water heaters to full heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks tackles it all. Call 614-232-2222 today.
All right. Of course, we all know that the big game this weekend, the Saturday showcase of all showcases, is number 5 Indiana at number 2 Ohio State. Tomorrow, high noon, Ohio Stadium. All the coverage starts here at 6:30. However, there's other stuff happening tomorrow, and a few of these games I find to be interesting, so we're getting into it, Timmy. First off, the reformatted, re-whatevered Big 12 currently has a couple of teams vying for the top 2 spots, and you can see a team that was undefeated as of last week, right? BYU, now maybe looking on the outside in when it comes to the Big 12 championship game, depending on how their game with Arizona State goes. 3:30 ESPN, Arizona State favored by 3 at home.
Yeah, you're looking at the Cougars and the Sun Devils here. Big time game. The magnitude of this one has gone way up. We've seen Arizona State, with Jaden Daniels before he transferred to LSU start to do some things. They had those issues there at the end of the Herm Edwards era, though, and so that was a bit of a setback. But you're looking at what they're doing now, and the top of that Big 12, you're right, BYU and Colorado at 6-1, and then you've got Arizona State and Iowa State. Both are at 5-2 in league play and 8-2 overall. And this is a game where Arizona State is favored to win.
Yeah.
So they're 3.5. They got the hook too. They're 3.5-point favorites, and ESPN prediction machine has them as the slight favorite to win the football game.
This whole situation, because BYU lost last week to your guys, the Kansas Jayhawks.
That's right. Just a defensive struggle, and KU's defense getting it done at the end.
Not having their best season. I think they're around 500, right? Kansas.
No, they were 2-6, I think.
Oh, wow, okay.
They got another one that we'll talk about, but they've had to rally to just sort of get back to bowl eligibility. So a huge win, back-to-back ranked wins for KU.
Well, they got another chance to do that because they are hosting Colorado, 16th ranked team in the country. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, and the boys will be there. So here's the thing. Of these teams, Colorado, BYU, Arizona State, 2 of them are going to be in the Big 12 championship game. One of those 3 teams will make the college football playoffs. So Coach Prime has an opportunity to get his team into the college football playoffs, going from what Colorado was to 2 years later having a chance to go play for a national championship. That's quite a feat, however you feel about Coach Prime and however you feel about his approach. But they can't do it if they lose to Kansas. That's probably going to knock them out.
And we'll see, because I think BYU is probably going to lose that Arizona State game.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't go through all those top 4 tiebreaker situations because of the lack of awareness of that going on in the Big 12. Sure. But I do think Kansas is gonna get Colorado. I do.
That could be a very big game for them.
He's going to pull a huge upset at Arrowhead Stadium, and keep in mind the Jayhawks have had issues because they're renovating their stadium, so they've been all over the place. I think they played a couple games at the Sporting Kansas City Soccer Stadium.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Year, which was kind of cool, and now at Arrowhead as well.
Yeah, very cool stuff. So both those are at 3:30. The Arizona State BYU game is on ESPN. Colorado game against Kansas is on Fox, so keep an eye on both of those after the Buckeye victory against Indiana. I threw this one in just for real quick. Texas is a 20-point favorite against Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. Heavy favorite.
They're hosting this game in Austin, of course. This is the farthest west. I cannot believe this stat is real.
I don't believe that at all.
It is. Kentucky has never played a game this far west. When they play this game, it will be the furthest their program has ever traveled west, because you think about it,
regular
Kentucky,
season or even for a cheap California.
They've never played a game this far.
They've never played in one of those 6 or 7 win Holiday Bowls or
I'm sure whatever
Poinsettia Bowls in San Diego. Nothing.
This is a clear as you need example of just how this SEC never travels.
Yeah, literally.
One of their also-rans in football has never been to the West Coast for a Sun Bowl or something, whatever they did.
Which, by the way,
all these games are in the Southeast. They put them all in Florida or somewhere down there.
In the last 12 hours, have you ever seen more of the same comment circulating on Twitter, which is, can't wait to see one of these SEC teams go up and play a snow game in the college football playoff. I must have seen 3,000 different people tweet or say that. after the Browns snow game.
Gene Smith says, I hope we can play any of those games in the Hoosier Dome.
In the Hoosier Dome.
Because we want to make sure we do that.
We're taking
bring
it to
back an oldie but a goodie.
Taking it to Lucas Fields.
Yeah, I guess so. Number 19, Army, taking on number 6, Notre Dame. This one notable because it's, just two historic programs. Also, both of them ranked, which doesn't always happen with this game.
Army's 9-0.
Yeah.
Give them their credit. They're still unblemished this year.
But they're playing this game at Yankee Stadium. So Notre Dame, 14-point favorites. It's 7 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. If you'd rather watch it digitally, you can. So that should be an interesting game just from the standpoint of the history. I think Notre Dame keeps cruising along in their season, but, Army's not going to be easy.
I find this stat incredible for Army, knowing who they are. They have lost only 2 fumbles all year.
Wow.
Isn't that insane?
That is insane. You're right.
You'll see some of those teams lose 4 or 5 in a game.
Yeah.
2 all season.
They're running
That's
the ball so much.
Incredible discipline by the Army Black Knights. No surprise, though.
Yeah, very good stuff there. And then a couple SEC matchups that looked on paper like they might be bigger. They are, in a way, they still have big implications because we all think that somehow the college football playoffs are going to look at 3 and 4 loss SEC teams and go, well, maybe. But here's where we're at. Alabama with their 2 losses, they're on the road at Oklahoma. Before the season, you would have thought Bama, Oklahoma, that could be a killer matchup.
Huge game, right?
Oklahoma sucks this year.
5-5. They've lost 4 straight conference games.
Yeah, Bama is a 2-touchdown favorite, and I would probably lay the points in that one, but that's 7:30 on ABC. Number 15, Texas A&M. They are at Auburn, Jordan-Hare Stadium. Texas A&M, 2.5-point favorites on the road here. That could be tricky for them. That's a 7:30 on ESPN. So,
but they're in the mix. They're any 2-loss SEC team that's got a top 15 number by them are firmly in the mix.
No, you know what it is? It's any top 15 SEC team that has you recognize their name as being somewhat good occasionally. I don't know how Texas A&M keeps getting put into that pot because every time we think they're good, they go out and are abysmal. They've had how many coaches are they paying now to go away? Right? They've paid Kevin Sumlin to go away, didn't they, Texas A&M? They paid Jimbo Fisher to go away.
Destroyed by South Carolina. Destroyed.
Yeah.
Nietzsche Johnson didn't even see that one coming. 44-20.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, right? And they've got the Missouri and LSU wins. And those are both fake programs this year.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you know what?
Missouri's 7-3, but come on, they're not a contender.
No, this will tell you all you need to know about where the state of the SEC is. I think at least Auburn hosting Texas A&M. These are 2 quote unquote brand name schools. This is why the Texas A&M joined in, was to be a part of that group, right?
Yeah, matchups like this. Yeah,
tickets to get into this game, $17. Get in the door price.
How about that?
You can't get into a crew game for that cheap. And again,
absolutely
I'm not. Or a Jackets game.
No,
I'm not disparaging those. I'm just saying
that's Jordan-Hare Stadium. That's to be one of the most famous spots in college football, an environment that you need to see. It's a 7:30 game.
A night game in the SEC. I'm told that's the thing everyone wants to watch. Here you go, night game in the SEC.
Yeah.
It's one of the few games this week where the SEC isn't playing Citadel or Mercer. So
Ron Mercer.
Love that this would be a big-time game.
Yeah.
Auburn sucks. Texas A&M is secret bad.
Do they have any of those this week? Do they have any of the Ron Mercer games this week?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, literally. Well, it's Clemson. They're playing the Citadel, but South Carolina's playing Wofford.
Oh, yeah. Look, Georgia's playing UMass. Tennessee's playing UTEP.
Missouri's playing Mississippi State. That's that's an abysmal.
La Tech is on the docket for Arkansas. My goodness.
You just missed my joke completely.
No, say it again. I was reading
I said Missouri is playing Mississippi State. Another one of those just walkover games. Mississippi State. You shouldn't even schedule them. It's so bad.
Oh, my God. Why did I think that was Mississippi Valley State? I swear I thought that was another, cheap rate school when you said it.
That says we got to move on. That's fine. Understandable.
Jerry Rice ain't walking through that door.
I have an idea for the Browns. There's something that just happened in the NFL today. I hope the Browns look at this and go, hey, we should do that. I will tell you what it is next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt at Livingston Avenue. And stop-and-go traffic has a 5-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Meyer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meyer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meyer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meyer.com for details.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Come try Skyline Chili's new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline Chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Snip, tuck, fold, crease, tuck, tape.
It's not that complicated, Dad.
Wrap, crease, tape, twist, tape.
Ohio Lottery scratch shops make great holiday gifts. And play Holiday Bonus Millions with a 200 times multiplier and a $2 million top prize.
Fold, crinkle, crinkle, roll.
Plus, you can enter non-winning tickets in My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win up to 1,000 times the price of your ticket.
Please crinkle, gate, fold, rim, curl, scrunch.
The best part, Dad? No wrapping required.
No tuck, fold?
No tuck, fold.
Give the gift of fun.
Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get the perfect match of both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the Hurricanes. Live fan coverage starts Saturday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You're listening to the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report, featuring the latest player injury updates from a fellowship-trained Mount Carmel sports medicine specialist physician, so you know who's in and who's out for this week's games.
Our doctor, as always, is Dr. Brian Galoni. Doc, let's talk injuries. Lions linebacker Alex Anzalone, bad injury here, broken forearm. This is not a season-ending injury, they're saying. He could be out 6 to 8 weeks. That puts him, I guess, right at the end of the regular season, start of the playoffs. How effective do you think he can be coming back from this injury during this season?
T-Bone, we see some of these guys, they break a bone and they have to go to surgery and season-ending injury. They're telling us he's not doing surgery for this. So that tells me that bone cracked, but it's staying well aligned. They give him a good 6 to 8 weeks of healing. I would think he'd be back as strong as ever. Now, he might lose a little bit of strength in those muscles, but I'm sure they're working with him on that. Not surprising, though, that he'll be back.
Is that the type of thing that if he played a different position, maybe it would take longer? Is it because he doesn't have to try to catch with that thing? Could they cast that up and get him out there a little sooner?
You don't want him out there, actually, in any of those positions. You don't want him out there before that thing is fully healed, because then you run the risk of breaking it again.
And then we've got Browns tackle DeJuan Jones. His is a season-ending injury. The dreaded broken ankle. He had the air cast, which obviously that does mean probably surgery, right? Because if it's an air cast, it means it probably wasn't aligned very well, correct?
Just to be safe, they're going to put everybody in an air cast if they suspect a fracture. But, yeah, they're talking about taking him to surgery. That's another one of those broken bones that are not well aligned. Kind of like, Nick Harris had, about a month or so ago. He's got to go to surgery. It's going to take a long time to heal up. He's out for the season, but I would expect he'll be back full go next year.
Great info as always, Doc. We appreciate it. We'll talk again next week, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report with T-Bone. Mount Carmel, because of you.
Saturday is game day on the Fan.
Sponsored by Riker Chevy.
Every game, every season, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
Welcome in. Hope your Friday's going well. Timmy Hall is in today. Panama Ted is in. I'm T-Bone. I'm always here except for when I'm not. And there will be a day soon where I will not be here in studio on a Friday. That is December 13th, I believe, is a Friday where Mike and I, Common Man and I, will be out at our favorite spot to do all our banging.
Nice.
That's Hollywood Casino Columbus, the ESPN Bet Sportsbook there. It is the place to go if you want to place a sports wager in Columbus. The only place we go to do it is right there. Tons of great TV options, 12,000 square feet of just tables, chairs, places for you to luxuriate and watch your favorite games. And you can place your wagers right there with their friendly staff or at the automated kiosks. However you roll, you can order your food and drink. Delicious food options. I love their giant pretzels that they have. I know Jen Winters, is she a fan of the quesadillas, I want to say? That was what she gets out there.
Get yourself a dang quesadilla, Jen.
That's right. You can get it all there. Plus, you can place your bets, watch your games, have a great time, and see us coming up in a few weeks out there at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Timmy?
I love it.
The story I saw today, Daniel Jones has been cut by the Giants.
How about this saga, huh? Boy, did this... The decision clearly had to be brewing for some time, but it's just fascinating. I mean, I'm sure all year, like every game where he didn't perform, people in that building are just saying, holy, where's the Tylenol? You know,
Well,
just what are we doing? What's the end game going to be? And then when they got to it here, it just snowballed so quickly where it wasn't just that first, like you mentioned yesterday, it wasn't supposed to be Tommy DeVito. It was supposed to be Drew Lock. And then Cutlets goes from third string
up to
first string. And then Daniel Jones goes right to third string. And you're saying, well, why do you got to do that? Why can't you just bench him?
Well,
you got to make it sting. And then the next day he goes to fourth string.
Well, they
to
signed
sign some jabroni off the practice
Teddy,
squad.
do you remember who they signed to make him the fourth string guy?
That was Tim Boyle.
Tim Boyle. That's
Tad
right.
Boyle.
Yeah, good old Tim Boyle. I mean, again, Daniel Jones was your franchise guy. Now he's the fourth string. Now, this is where I find it interesting. I think the Browns should be eyeballing this and say, hey, maybe that's what we should do too. Because they basically...
he's released, by the way, if we didn't say that part.
Well,
he's gone now.
Yeah, he's been cut.
That's the story today. Daniel Jones is out.
But he went and talked to ownership after he was put, basically on the practice squad. And he said, all right, I'm not going to be active for games. I'm not even getting a chance here to be the starter. I'm not getting in. There's no pathway back for me to earn my way back into the good graces of this organization. Are you just going to bury me on the depth chart and leave me there? And they said, yeah, pretty much, because we don't think you're the guy. So he said, fine, if you're not going to give me a chance, then I just want a chance to go play anywhere else. I'll just go ahead and ask for my release. So that's what the Mara family, is it John Mara who still owns the team? I forget which Mara.
Yeah, it's John.
It is.
John.
He gave the statement basically today saying Daniel Jones has been nothing but a professional and just a great employee. And we wanted to honor that. When he came to us and said, hey, if you're not going to play me, I'd rather just be released. And we're not going to stand in his way. We wish him luck going forward and best of luck in everything you do going on the way and onward and upward, right? All that stuff. That's what I'm doing with Deshaun Watson. The second, if I'm the Browns, he is back in the facility going, oh, hey, you're doing your rehab for the Achilles? Good. You're the fourth string quarterback. Well, who are the guys in front of me? Don't even know, but you're fourth. We've just decided.
I completely agree.
You can't play.
Yeah.
And then,
we got Jameis and Dorian, DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. We'll bring Gardner Minshew in if we want, because he'll be dead in Vegas here soon.
There? Why am I blanking
We'll
on
get
who
Joe
else is there?
Flacco back.
Yeah, that's right. You get whoever you want.
Whoever. We'll make you fifth string.
I'm just pointing out that the way you go with this is you tell him from advance you're not going to win the starting job. You can't win the starting job.
Or play at all, unless
we'll pay you the money.
Emergency.
You're an emergency quarterback going forward. And again, I don't think the Haslams have the guts to do that, but that is what should be done with this organization. Because I think you can see with this team, Jameis Winston isn't the answer. He doesn't solve any of your problems long term. Last night was an outlier type of game, especially with the weather and all that stuff. I understand that probably doesn't go that way every single time if you play that game again. What I do know is it does seem like the team cares a little bit and is a little bit more willing to believe that something could be done in this season. Not that they're going to win any games meaningful enough to get to the playoffs, but clearly Deshaun Watson was not the guy, and the entire team knew it. The entire organization was aware of it. So you don't need to start off next season pretending yet again that he's the guy.
So Jones is not going to clear waivers, or I'm sorry, he's not going to be claimed off of waivers.
No,
because
it's
a
contract.
4-year, $160 million deal. It's not nearly the Deshaun deal, but the Giants would have been on the hook for $23 million if he were to sustain a serious injury and not pass the physical next year. So that's why they were in no way going to play him. And they're going to take a $22.2 million bath in dead money next season.
The issue,
that's what they got.
To me, the issue is this, right? Like Deshaun Watson, the dead cap money is, you can't do anything about that. You can cut him, you do whatever you want. That doesn't go away. What it does do is allow you to just move on as a franchise from the on-field product. I don't quite honestly care what your cap space says. I don't care about what the dead money is. I don't care what these spreadsheets say.
You got to get by this quicker.
You move on.
Yeah, why toil in this when everybody knows that it's not going to be the thing? It's not going to help your franchise. You made a mistake. You messed up. One of the worst moves ever, and you got to acknowledge that at some point.
Funniest thing Deshaun Watson could do, though, is just go like, all right, cool, I'll be the fourth string guy. Where do I sit?
Yep. Of course.
You're paying me $150 million still, or whatever he's got owed to him, $130 million.
I'm about to get real comfortable.
Yeah, I would get real comfortable too if I were him. I'm just pointing out that the Browns could actually just say, you're never going to play here again, and then maybe that gets him to say, well, then I want out, and I'll just give me my release, and I'll go elsewhere.
Credit to Daniel Jones and the Giants for working this out, because this is probably how it should look. If a situation reaches its end point and it's not going to work out anymore, this guy wants to try to catch on somewhere else. You know, we can't say that it's going to work, but it's been working for some guys here recently where their first situation ended in total misery. Maybe it will for him. I'm not sure at this point because he just has frankly not been a great player.
Yeah, that's right. All right. NFL picks are coming up next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should know that westbound 70 downtown between 4th Street and Livingston Avenue is currently closed due to a vehicle fire. Traffic has stopped from the 71 East Split. And you're looking at a 10-minute delay on eastbound 33 from Refugee Road to Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
This season, there's a system for every home and budget at Logan Services. Save big with our furnace sale. Payments start at $49 a month for 144 months. Plus, save up to $2,000 on a qualifying train system. Choose from our free stocking stuffers for extra home comfort. And don't forget about tax credits. Schedule your free estimate now and get next day installation with fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sportsbook is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Bobcat Enterprises has rebates and write-offs to give you a competitive edge in 2025. Through the end of the year, we're offering up to $3,000 in cash rebates on all inventory. This year's tax deductions are bigger than ever, and you can apply to lease, finance, or directly purchase equipment. Spend it before the government gets it and build local. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville, or see our full line of products at bobcatent.com today. Offer expires 12/31/24.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for?
It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon, and pretty well. Starting with college basketball, the Ohio State men are in action this evening as they host Campbell at the Shot. Aaron Bradshaw and Sean Stewart will both be out tonight for the Buckeyes. Timmy Hall get you ready for that game starting at 5 here on the Fan. Tip-off is at 6. In college football, we got a top 5 matchup tomorrow here in Columbus as number 2 Ohio State is set to take on number 5 Indiana. The Buckeyes and Hoosiers will kick off at 12 noon tomorrow. The Fan's pregame coverage will begin at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Elsewhere in the sport, we have 2 more top 25 matchups to go along with that Ohio State-Indiana game tomorrow. At 3:30, number 14 BYU is at number 21 Arizona State. And at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, number 6 Notre Dame faces undefeated and 19th ranked Army. The Irish and Black Knights will meet one another in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. This update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. You can enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card. Apply now at bmifcu.org/visa. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. The only thing harder than common man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Man and Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company right here on the Fan. And I got to tell you, folks, if you're watching us on the YouTube live stream, which we appreciate, just go to YouTube, search Common Man and T-Bone, search 97.1 The Fan. You can find us there, too. We're live streaming all the shows all day long. You are seeing 2 guys who are just, right now, very distracted because we have we have a Fat Boy food tip coming up in about 10, 15 minutes.
And we're getting ready.
Well, we have something that we're eating for Fat Boy Food Tip today, and I have already taken the liberty of eating some of the Fat Boy Food Tip food, and boy.
Me too.
This is this is good. This is
basically like our own version of a happy hour.
It's good.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, it's so much food.
It's
I
good,
can't.
It's good. It's good.
Oh my gosh. It's so good. All right. Teddy, are you ready? Timmy, are you ready?
I am ready.
I am ready.
You know what I realized?
Is Fish ready? Fish? No,
I'm not. I'm not ready. Timmy, do we have a marker or a pen over there?
No.
Can
yes.
I have?
Take that one.
I haven't marked mine at all. I got to mark my sheet. I got to do my picks.
There you go.
All right, here we go. It is time to do NFL picks. Let's hit it, Teddy.
Common Man and T-Bone present NFL picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters, a fun casual joint and official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
All right, here's the deal. We are on a short show today because we have Buckeye basketball coming up at 6, 5 p.m. Coverage starts. Timmy Hall gets you going there. So because of that, everything's jumbled up. We are doing NFL picks a little early. Teddy, who are we all playing for today?
Well, Bone, you are playing for John.
Okay, John.
Timmy, you're playing for Trey.
Trey, let's go, Trey.
And I am playing for Jimmy.
All right. First up, here we go. Minnesota, the Vikings at Chicago. I'm going to take the Vikings on the road.
Vikings.
Skull? Yeah.
I got the Vikings as well.
There we go. That was the worst horn noise I've ever heard.
Sorry.
I'll take it.
Sorry.
It's fine. Lions on the road at Indianapolis. I am going with Detroit on the road.
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit, Rock City.
New England at Miami. This Patriots team Are they starting to turn a corner? I don't know. I'm taking Miami at home.
I'm going to take the McDaniel jogger pants.
I have Miami as well.
Oh, we're off to a good start. The Giants, they just got rid of Daniel Jones, as you heard us talk about last segment. They are hosting Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers. I'm going to go with Tampa on the road. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we're going Tampa.
The Buccaneers under their hat. Yes.
Tampa, yes.
No faith in Tommy Cutlets. We're hearing that. The Cowboys leaving the friendly confines of their roofed, windowed stadium, going out to the not-so-friendly confines of the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., by way of, where is it, Timmy? Landover, Maryland? Is that where they play?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Washington Commanders get it done at home.
Yes. Hail to the Commanders. Hail victory.
I'm not hailing them at all, but they will beat the Cowboys.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
I tell you,
will.
we know.
Yes, they will.
We're sorry for you in advance. Timmy's not, but I am.
No, not at all. You deserve it.
Kansas City Chiefs on the road at Carolina. Don't look now. Carolina is going to do nothing in this game. Kansas City wins.
No
Kansas
Bryce
City wins
Young?
big.
Why no Bryce?
Oh, why no Bryce?
Chieftains.
Yeah? I think that's right.
Chiefs bounce back.
Yeah, that's right. Tennessee at Houston, the Titans and the Texans. I'm going to go with Tennessee on the road.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll go with the Texans.
I'm going with the Texans as well,
All right, that's
Timmy.
fine. Just got to do something because it's getting boring. Sorry, John. But you know what? I hope I'm right, because otherwise these two schmucks are just doing the same thing. Denver at Las Vegas. Broncos looking good. I'm going with the Broncos on the road.
No. Broncos.
Not the Raiders.
Broncos.
Not the Raiders.
Let's ride.
I'm a big fan of this Broncos team. I think they win again.
Yeah, they're in a playoff position right now.
Bo
They'll
Nix.
continue to be so.
Bo Nix is starting to make some moves.
Niners at Green Bay. Two teams that I just can't really quite figure out. I think I'm going to go with the Niners on the road, though. So
I'm sticking with the home team here. Give me the pack.
I think the 49ers, this is a must-win for them, so I'm going with 49ers.
Yep. Arizona, the Cardinals on the road taking on Seattle Seahawks. I'm not going to make this mistake that I've made before when we've been talking about the Seahawks and say the Falcons, where I said, give me the birds. Because, again, we're Cardinals, and it's a battle of poultry. I'm going to go with the home team, though. Seattle wins at home.
Yep, fierce birds everywhere. I'll go with Jackson and the 12s, Seahawks.
Seattle, they haven't had power for a couple days up there, right?
So
I'm going with
the bomb cyclone.
Yeah, bomb cyclone got them. I think Arizona will win this game.
All right. Philadelphia at the Rams. L.A. Rams, of course. Give me the birds on the road. There we go. Now I can say that.
I will take the Horns in this one.
Oh, all right.
I think the Eagles, they just might be the second best team in the NFC right now, right? So I'm taking the Eagles. Yeah.
There you go. Going across the country. I know that's rough, but that's where we are. Monday night, the Chargers host Baltimore Ravens. Good game. Should be fun. It's Battle of Harbaughs yet again.
Yeah, the Harbaugh again.
I'll take the Chargers at home.
I am also going to take the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh beating the bleep out of Justin Herbert before the game.
That's by hyping him up, you mean?
By
Yes,
hyping him up, beating
smacks him
the
up,
crap out of him.
That's right.
Hitting him so many times.
I'll take Harbaugh.
There you go. Which, Teddy, that doesn't help. We don't know what that means.
Buzz yourself.
I'll take the crazy one out in L.A.
Oh, okay. I still wasn't quite sure.
They're both crazy.
By the way, the winner of our contestants, they will get a $50 Roosters gift card. Good at all Roosters locations. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Tiebreaker.
That's right. Oh, yeah. What's the score? I forgot the scores. I went 49 for mine.
I'm going 43 points in the Monday night game. Ted?
I will go.
Boy, long pause there.
That was a
40s. That's a good number with the 40. So I'm trying to think.
No.
I'll go 50 then.
Okay. All right. There you go.
I'll go the high scoring game.
Look at you always putting thought into it.
He does. That's why he's Ted. Panama Ted is a pensive man. Like he's thinking.
That's right.
He's
always
pensive.
thinking.
Does he think in the nude?
He doesn't.
Do you do that?
Think in the nude? I mean, I think
like
I have
the statue.
I'm always thinking.
When I'm showering?
The thinker. You said pensive.
Oh, yeah. I didn't.
Thought you'd get the connection.
Thinking.
I said
thinking.
We don't have any good sculptors anymore.
In the nude? I don't. Yeah, we do. Someone's got to be sculpting something, don't they?
Have you seen the sculpting that goes on with?
Yeah.
statues out
Dwayne
here
Wade.
today? Yeah.
That's fair enough.
D. Wade statue. We
Well, you
need
know
more
what? Maybe
statues.
they're not putting the best sculptors on the sports statues. Maybe they've got them doing like other stuff.
What
you know,
else are we sculpting, though?
lots of things.
Are we?
Yeah,
It's all old.
modern arts. I don't know, sculpting something.
Yeah.
By the way,
Lost art.
I don't know why I didn't know of this stat. I kind of think it's a little bit of a BS stat, but I'll give it to you anyway. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they have had Mike Tomlin employed there as their head coach since 2007. As you may be aware, the Steelers, they don't like to fire coaches. I'm not saying they should fire Tomlin at all. He's obviously been a great coach for them. However, he's been there for a long time. And in that time, he has never won a game against a divisional opponent on the road on a Thursday night. So, again, the Browns last night, they played on the road against a divisional opponent. They are 0-6 under Tomlin.
It's a weird stat.
Here's the weirder part. They say since 1980, the Steelers are 0-8 in those games. So, obviously, I just said he's 0-6 under Tomlin since 2007. In divisional games, Thursday nights, they lose on the road every time they play one of those games.
I didn't know we'd been doing Thursday night football since before Tomlin's era.
That's what I'm
07-ish, you said?
saying.
I didn't think we were doing that for that long.
What I'm saying is 0-6 from Tomlin's era. There were two other games between then and 1980. So one
Maybe
of them
Thanksgiving?
clearly, yeah, probably.
Road
One of
games
them was clearly played on Thanksgiving. Or sorry, one of them was clearly played in 1980 because they're saying since 1980 they are over on Thursday night road divisional games.
Oh, that was against the Houston Oilers too. In 1980s.
Okay. It couldn't have been Thanksgiving because that would have always been the Lions and the Cowboys at home. So
right.
back
But what
in
I
the
am
day.
saying is whatever reason they played on a Thursday, they played back in 1980 on a Thursday and
Yeah.
lost to the Oilers because again that was back when it was the AFC East, right? AFC East, AFC West. So I don't know what the other game was in between that. They say this like they've got a 44-year streak where they haven't beaten a divisional opponent on the road on a Thursday. That's happened 8 times that they've played those games in 44 years. So, yes, they are 0-8. It is a little weird, but I'm going to actually say it's not like that for 40 years they've tried every year twice and they can't get it done.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what that stat is. I still find now, since you brought it up with Mike Tomlin and focusing on his tenure now, that Belichick is gone. He's the longest tenured guy. The fact that you go back to 1969 when Chuck Noll was in his first year as head coach, and you have only gone with one head coach in between.
Yeah.
That's it. From 1969 to 2024, you're at 3 head football coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy tenure.
Yep.
Crazy. I mean,
it's nuts.
It's mind-boggling how different that is. How many have the Browns been through? I mean, in the
24, I feel
in
like.
the last 5 years.
I mean, they've had multiple coaches.
They hit that.
Timmy, they've had at least 3 coaches that I can think of since I started doing this show where they had a 1-year tenure. So, like, actually, I think it's even more than that.
It's definitely more. It's more than that since you've been doing this show, for sure.
Right. So,
I mean, they went the Hugh Jackson era right into the Freddie
but I'm
Kitchens
saying just
era. That was
the
done.
years where they had one
Mike
guy for
Patton,
1 year and then
right?
fired him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Patton, Kitchens, those guys.
They were hitting the reset button every year.
Ooh, that was bad. By the way, tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m., your Central Ohio Ford Dealers fan pregame show with Timmy Hall. Hey, that's you. Devere Posey. They are live from the Ozone tomorrow. You're going to be cold, but you're going to be out there.
No, I'll be fine.
I know. I'm just saying it'll
I'm
be a
not
little
cold.
chilly, but you'll be out there. Then 8:30 to 10:30, you've got the Curtis & Associates fan tailgate show with Rothman, Andy Katzenmoyer, the Big Cat, and Tim May, live from the Fan Fest. Also joining them on that show, Paul Keels will stop by, Jim Lachey will stop by. They do every week, so check that out. Then, of course, 10:30 a.m., network coverage starts with the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels, Jim Lachey, Skip Mossick, and Matt Andrews live from the shoe. Kickoff at noon. Post-game after that with you and Beamer. Extended fan game night with Reeser and Tito. Taking us into Jackets time.
6:30, yep.
It's a full day tomorrow.
Heck of a day.
Get up early, listen to us all day, and break the knob off your radio and keep it there nonstop. That's what we want. All right, we'll come back. One of our favorite segments. We're cramming it all in because we have a short show. Fat Boy Food Tip coming up next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic due to a crash that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the east side at Bryce Road. And traffic is stop and go and causing a 20-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get the perfect match of both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Common Man here for Diamonds Direct. It's the biggest and most spectacular sale of the year, and it's starting now. Where? You guessed it, Diamonds Direct. For the first time ever, too, it's bigger than ever. I don't know what that means, but it's in the copy. I'm going to read it. Take 20% off virtually everything. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, anything to make the holiday sparkle. This weekend, they're decking the halls with an expanded selection, and top designers will be in the store. 20% off now through Sunday. Shop early for Christmas. Get the year's best value prices. Maybe you're saying, well, they can't possibly have engagement rings included. Yes, they do. Thousands of them on sale. Wedding bands, too. So if you're popping the question this Christmas season, the only place to go is Diamonds Direct. Skip the Black Friday madness this year with Diamonds Direct. They're open all weekend. Sunday, open for the best selection, quality, and price. Shop Direct. Diamonds Direct on Polaris Parkway, right in front of Polaris Fashion Place. DiamondsDirect.com.
Leaves changing and the nighttime air is cool. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks inspect and tune up your furnace. Protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 now to schedule.
Come try Skyline Chili's new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline Chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Okay, name? Occupation? Great. You get a brand new Kia. For less than lunch. Under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
Is that a turkey?
Of course. We're talking turkey. With a vet pricing and the credit approve-a-thon.
Wow, and new Kias are less than lunch?
Yes, under $5 a day. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorento LX. All 3 under $5 a day.
Wow, that's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX, under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
He just got an EV6 with 0% financing.
Lucky goose.
Turkey.
Turkey, right. But I'd never get approved.
If you've got a job, you ride.
You guys are great.
Great cars, great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
GreatLakesKia.com.
You're such a ham.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Share all the holiday joy this season with the convenient shipping and enhanced network of the United States Postal Service. Visit USPS.com/holidayride.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy, breezy, and cool on this Friday with some scattered showers as well. Temperatures in the low 40s. Overnight will fall back down to around 40 degrees with breezy conditions, but drying out by Saturday morning. And for your Buckeye game day forecast, plenty of clouds, breezy and cool with temperatures reaching the mid to upper 40s by mid-afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy. Yeah. This can't be one of them because Common Man isn't even hosting it.
It's not one of them.
He's not even hosting the show.
Yeah,
and it's only 2 hours.
It was horrible.
Right. It's not. I don't know if it's horrible, Sammy. My God.
So sorry.
Tell me how you really feel.
I was just playing along. Come on.
Hey, by the way, one more thing.
A-hole.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
This is his radio show. Come on.
All right. I got to tell you. I want to talk. We have plenty of other things to talk about. We obviously have Ohio State, Indiana tomorrow, coverage starting 6:30 in the morning. We got Buckeye basketball tonight. All that stuff is good. Tool of the week is coming up in a few minutes. You can still get your tweets in at manandbo97. What? That too. At manandbo971. Yes, on Twitter.
Get him in.
You know how they say I've been waiting all day for Sunday night, Carrie Underwood?
Yeah.
I've been waiting all day for Fat Boy food tip.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy food tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right. I want you people to know that we've been doing Fat Boy Food Tip for a long time. We love Fat Boy Food Tip. We enjoy Fat Boy Food Tip. If you told me tomorrow, after what I just had today, if you said you will no longer be able to go sample food for Fat Boy Food Tip, you will not check out some new product for Fat Boy Food Tip, that's it. That's the last one you'll ever do is this one today. Then just know this segment would die with 3 very happy people who have enjoyed the thing we are trying today.
I got to take another bite.
We were sent by a company called the Cheesecake Girl. The Cheesecake Girl has multiple locations around town where you can pick up these goods. You pre-order this food. It then is made for you. You go pick it up. They obviously do cheesecakes. They have,
my God,
sent to us a thing called the Little Debbie Christmas Tree Cheesecake.
The Little Debbie Christmas Tree Cheesecake, which, by the way, is incorporating one of the great holiday items that appears on shelves into a cheesecake.
Of course, that's the Little Debbie Christmas Tree. So here is what they say. Now, this is a seasonal item, of course. They sell it around the holidays, naturally. The description they have on their website is as follows. Our best seller is back. 9-inch cheesecake, shortbread crust, classic cheesecake with a layer of Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes in the middle, topped with buttercream, icing, drizzle, and sprinkles. Listen to me when I tell you.
It's the best cheesecake I've ever had.
I've never had better cheesecake than this.
Never had a better slice. And we were lucky enough, they sent an entire one, the full 9-incher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was the best I've ever had.
I'll tell you right now, I went on their website to look. If you can get one of these ordered before Thanksgiving, they do have some spots that you can order it for Wednesday of next week. You can pick it up Wednesday. They're already, Monday, Tuesday already spoken for, right? So Wednesday's the next day you can pick this up if you order it today. I mean, again, it is, full disclosure, it is not cheap. You are paying for a high quality item.
Yeah.
It is a $70 cheesecake.
When you bite it, you will see where that money goes. You will be the hit of the holidays. If you get one of these at your house and you do like a little Friendsgiving or something, or even just get one closer to Christmas, you will be the hit. People will be nonstop talking about how good this cheesecake is.
When I picked this thing up, it almost felt like I was picking up a bowling ball. Like, I mean,
it's heavy.
It's solid.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And the bottom, again, I know we got this because people want to know, like, how long is it going to stay fresh for? We had this one for a couple of days, and it was in there. We were waiting to do this until today. And that bottom layer of that shortbread crust, still just phenomenal.
Yes.
Fully formed, crispity, crunchy, a little bit of chewiness to it at the same time. And that top layer of that icing, which is almost like the stuff that's on that Little Debbie Christmas tree cake.
It has the top of it is white with little red drizzle on it and sprinkles. And the sprinkles appear to be kind of throughout.
And they're embedded into the cake,
well, you know why? Because they're from the Little Debbie cakes that are in there. They
probably mash them up a little bit, formulate that into the actual mix.
It's truly one of the best food things I've ever eaten. But you're right, that crust held up after a few days of being in the fridge. We didn't get to it right away. Keep this in mind. If, let's say, you don't end up getting one of these, maybe you want to try this. You don't want to get it for Thanksgiving. It's too close. You already got your plans made. You got the whole rest of the holiday season. Put this on your radar for something. If you've got a party you're going to or you're having people over, it's, like I said, it is not cheap. It's a $70 cheesecake, but well worth it, in my opinion. It is fantastic.
Are you still on their website, Bone?
Yeah.
You still have it up there?
Yeah.
Go down and put your cursor on that 9-inch Ohio State cheesecake. Do you see that, baby?
I saw it.
My goodness. Oreo crust.
Yeah.
A layer of classic cheesecake. A layer of red velvet cake.
Yeah.
Another layer of cheesecake. Oreo buttercream. And then the printed edible Buckeye leaf, which all these, in a bunch of different scarlet and gray sprinkles. Oh, I love red velvet is one of my faves. Like if you go to like one of your specialty donut shops, Little Donut Factory for another Fat Boy food tip, which, by the way, with everything that had been going on with Krispy Kreme this week, I fully recommend your whatever town or municipality you live in to go to whatever your local donut shop is and give them some love. You mentioned the Jolly Pirate, but Little Donut Factory has the red velvet, and I love that. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
This cheesecake looks
I'm
incredible.
telling you. So anyway, thank you to the Cheesecake Girl for dropping that off to us. I'm telling you, again, if I had bought this, I would tell you the same thing. That is one of the best cheesecakes. It is the best cheesecake I've ever had, bar none. So
absolutely.
One other thing, you mentioned Krispy Kreme. Our guy Cedric, who listens to the show, Cedric, shout out to you, my guy. He said, I'm working. He sent this to us earlier this morning. He said, I was working snow removal overnight. 6 a.m. rolled around. The thought hits me, there's a Krispy Kreme around the corner. I'll go over there and get some donuts. Hot and fresh sign. Gotta be on, right? It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock.
I pull up. There's no light. And then I look and see the conveyor of goo is gone.
Thank you for using the term.
It's gone.
Gone.
He said they're shipped in.
What are we doing?
WTF. So he is, and this is a thing. Krispy Kreme started doing this in 2022.
They're probably making them at my location.
Well, they have.
Driving them over.
In 2022, they started rolling out locations where they just have the donuts for sale, but they don't make them there. And I'm thinking, like we talked about with McDonald's.
What's the point? Why even have it?
At that point, you're right. And that's where I'm at with Krispy Kreme is if you're not doing them hot and fresh, that's the best way to have them. They're still good after a few hours, of course, but they're not the same.
After a few hours, they're still good.
They're not the same.
But then it's another thing to actually be selling your customers day-old donuts.
Well, true enough.
That's not just a few hours. That's from the previous night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. You're actually removing the conveyor of goo?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's the whole point. Yeah, that is the whole point. You want them there.
By the way, our guy Richard Marks tweeted us. I'll retweet this out. Actually, I'm retweeting now from the at Degenerate T-Bone handle.
Oh, the picture of Browns.
He was at the
stadium.
snow game and took a pano of the stadium with the snow falling. It's epic. That's something you put on your screensaver. It's a tremendous picture there, Richard. Thanks for sending that to us.
And
we'll
pretty good seats out of you, Richard. You've got the overhang.
He's got the little overhang.
But the full view, no obstructed view. You're in the middle ring there.
Nice.
At the Brown Stadium. That's looks like you're about on the 35-yard line. Nice spot.
Must be nice.
MBN.
Tool of the Week is coming up next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find stop-and-go traffic is causing a 15-minute delay on southbound 315 between Ackerman Road and Town Street. And we've got a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 315 from Mulberry Drive to Powell Road. This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to celebrate the holidays, all for $15 and under. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macy'sbackstage.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. It's football season. That means it's time for wings, right? Flaps, drums, however you like to get them. I like my wings with a nice dip. And that's why I love Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dip. These are delicious dips for your wings, for your veggies, for your chips, whatever you like to dip them in. For me, it's the wings. For you, the possibilities are endless. As good as homemade dip, plus real herbs and spices and ingredients you'll find in your own kitchen. Check out Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dips wherever you buy your groceries. Get them today.
In honor of Veterans Day, we're celebrating those who have given the ultimate sacrifice by giving back to Tunnel to Towers. Get to Twin Peaks and donate $5 to Tunnel to Towers through November 30th and receive $5 back to spend on yourself at Twin Peaks this December. Valid at participating locations. Billiards Plus has the area's best selection of pool tables, shuffleboard tables, poker tables, and more. Santa will be here soon, and there's still inventory in stock. So get yours before Billiards Plus runs out. Don't forget your grill, too. Shop Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Now, in our last session, you said you were hearing noises.
Terrible noises.
Tell me more.
Same time every morning.
Can you describe them?
Well, it starts like yee and then turns into woo, woo, woo.
Indeed. And does it also come with a
That's exactly what it is. How did you know, Doctor?
This is a symptom of not having an Apex Pros water heater.
Doctor, I know my husband, and he would never.
And the sound then goes yip, yip, woo, woo, woo. I'm writing you a prescription for an Apex Pros water heater.
You really think this will help?
Apex Pros, the pros who knows. First you doubt me, then you doubt the pros who knows.
I'm not doubting. I just didn't think my husband would make such
the unnecessary suffering of surprise cold water. I've seen it 1,000 times. Apex Pros even has tankless solutions that provide never-ending warm water.
Wow.
The crazy sounds will go away by tomorrow. Now here's my bill. Now about that sound.
It's Alex the Apex Bear. We are the pros who knows. The official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box, Biatch.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Combat falling interest rates now. Lock in a 7-month certificate from Kemba Financial Credit Union and earn up to 4.5% annual percentage yield. Visit Kemba.org for details. Hurry! This exceptional rate offer expires December 31st, 2024. APY equals annual percentage yield. Restrictions apply. $500 minimum deposit required to open and earn stated APY and $250,000 maximum deposit. Advantage status required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Central Ohio's largest selection of live and cut Christmas trees.
Oakland Nursery.
New holiday accents, personable gifts, seasonal treasures, and delectable foods at our specialty stores.
Oakland Nursery.
Live greenery, wreaths, pine roping, and poinsettias at all 4 stores.
Oakland Nursery.
25% weekly savings on select holiday items.
Oakland Nursery.
35 acres of crisp outdoor shopping and a Christmas tradition since 1940.
Oakland Nursery.
Hearing about online threats every day can be stressful. McAfee Total Protection is here to help you live a worry-free life online. What does worry-free mean? You won't have to wonder if that text message is a scam, if new threats will pop up on your PC, or if you're safe from identity theft. Visit McAfee.com/online protection today to get up to 79% off award-winning online protection. Act fast. This Black Friday Cyber Monday deal won't last. Offer ends 12/4/24. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Tickets for the 2025 Memorial Tournament presented by Workday are now on sale with special offers only through December 5th. Walk the rope line. Witness iconic shots by golf's best. Join the crowd roars. The experience is yours, and it's second to none. Be there May 26th through June 1st. Take advantage of best ticket pricing and waived fees now through December 5th. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone present Tool of the Week.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
It is a short show today. Buckeye basketball coming on at 5 p.m. Timmy Hall coverage starts with him. Timmy is also in right now with me. Campbell coming up 6 o'clock. Buckeyes and Campbell squaring off. Tip-off right here on the Fan. So we're doing Tool of the Week. Winner gets a $50 gift card to Pecan Pennies, your downtown home for barbecue, happy hour, and yes, soccer. Timmy, are you ready with some tools?
I am ready. Let's do it. So let's start with the greedy ballsman, my guys.
Oh, yes.
My tool of the week is my lovely girlfriend's TV remote. It always seems to get lost, so we got a retractable cord and attached it to her bed. I've never heard of that. Within the first night, it managed to slip out of her hand and retracted right into her forehead.
Oh, no.
Bang! Leaving a nice goose egg.
Oh, no.
I've never heard of that, but a good way to
Well, I can
not
see
lose
because
the
it's
remote.
stretchy.
Or it gets lost in the sofa cushions. We've all had that where it's like,
Yeah.
where, babe, where is the remote?
Yeah.
That's so
right.
annoying.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, Nuckeye Butt, my guys.
It's Division I football.
Yeah, Dan Hawkins.
It's
you
the
got
Big 12.
Yeah.
My tool of the week are the Haslams and their obsession with building a dome in Cleveland. As my favorite fan host, Bo says, they're making television programs and nothing sells better than the Winter Wonderland. Whooping the Brownies, put on the Steelers last night. Go to hell. What? GTH. Yeah, sorry. You didn't use the right. You didn't use all
the
caps.
Browns put on, yeah. What a whooping the Browns put on the Steelers.
I read that. I read that with such
whooping.
a horrible cadence, but Nuckeye Butt, you didn't really use great grammar. And I'm seeing GTH and I'm seeing GIF. Also, go Bucks. GTH. Go to hell. Also, go Bucks. All right. Let's go rubber bands here. My dudes.
Chubby time.
My tool of the week is the Bengals. Still, I genuinely thought this was going to be their best year yet, and instead I have been anxiously nauseous for 12 weeks, which is taking its toll. They are tools for taking a toll on this troll. Hashtag at least we don't have Deshaun. You and me, I'm right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. I've been watching every single Bengals game closely. They are tragic to be wasting special seasons like that from Joe and Jamar and Trey Hendrickson too for their defense to be that bad.
How many wins do the Bengals have?
They're now dipped to 4-7. I'm not going to kill them as long as they have a chance to go 10-7. I'll end the season when it needs to be ended. But
how many wins do the Browns have?
Heading that way. 3-8. Oh my God, that's gross. That's gross.
That's gross.
It's unacceptable. Browns, they won't do anything to Zach Taylor.
Browns had a terrible They have a terrible quarterback who then tore his Achilles, and they still are only one win behind a team that has all their dudes.
Joe's probably thrown for 28 touchdown passes and 5 picks or something at this stage.
Yeah, he's having a monster
Jamar
year.
Chase is having one of the best years I've ever seen from a receiver.
Imagine if you put that Browns defense with the Bengals offense. That'd be quite the thing. All right,
just imagine. Let's go, Jeff from Cardiff. My guys.
So many of those balls pop out.
My tools are myself and my wife. Today is our anniversary, and we both bought each other the same gift to give the other person. I guess we know each other too well. Why don't you tell us what it is next time?
Dildaroons. All the way around.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
You knew it. You knew where I was going.
Dill is here to party.
Oh, no.
Or oh, yes, or whatever.
Downtown Dad. My guys.
Oh, man.
My tool of the week are the big wigs at my job, coming down with their big corporate hands and picking my team apart. Over the last 3 months, I've had 35 of my agents swiped due to top performance because others can't do their job. Stop taking my people. GTH. Bigwigs suck. Teddy, my guy.
There you go. Teddy's getting a shout out. I like that.
Let's go. Common Man's Grandpa's Monkey's Bottom Half. No, my guys here. Yes, my impersonation Steelers.
Could use a little love right now. There they are working those balls.
My tools of the week are Bone and Timmy for doing Common Man's impression of, Phillip Rivers, Chuck Amato. Yeah, you guys are tools. Stay in your lane, B-holes. Hashtag. Hashtag GTH. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Curtis, my guys.
Stay in your lane. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You shut the F up. Yeah.
Just take it.
No, I'm not just taking it. I don't have to do that. Why do I have to do that?
Curtis, my guys. My tool of the week is McDonald's for taking away the, I'm going to say it wrong. I don't know why, because I've seen the word a million times. Is it frappe? Frappe? The frappe? The frappe, yeah. Taking that off the reward. It was the reward. I redeemed the most. Come on, do better, Mickey D's. I agree with you.
The reward. I redeemed the most. I like how you read that. It's very, very smooth. Very not read at all. It was really just rolled off the tongue.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is what it is. And it was brilliant.
Timmy reading these tweets. It's great.
I can't read. These tweets.
These tweets. Yes.
Tough reading. These tweets.
Sorry, you're fine.
Afternoon cheese sauce. Yo. My tool of the week is the coworker that had diarrhea and still decided to come to work, only to blow up the bathroom all day, making the floor smell like Ace. That person is public enemy number one now.
Yeah. Just stay home.
My goodness.
Just stay home. Who wants to be at work with that going on anyway, right? Like,
it's egregious.
There's no
preposterous, outrageous.
I try to let people know there's no toughness award for showing up to work. No one cares. We'd all rather you not make us all sick, or in that case, stink up a bathroom. Like, yeah, don't do that.
Let's go, Phil. My guys.
Johnny, idiot face.
My tool of the week is people saying IU is overrated because Meat Chicken played him close. They must not have actually watched the game, as IU dominated the last 6 to 8 minutes of the fourth and was 2 drops on the 2-yard line away from winning that game by 14. Hashtag nervous nuts.
Yeah, you know what? And I will say on this Indiana thing, the idea that like, oh, they played their toughest game a little bit close. All right, Ohio State played Nebraska pretty close, and then this team smoked Nebraska. Does that mean anything? No, it means college football's weird, and you can't just look at one result in a vacuum and say, it tells me everything I need to know about that team. Because if you just looked at the Nebraska common opponent, you'd say Indiana's going to wipe the floor with Ohio State, and that's not what anyone's expecting in this game. That's why you don't look at one game and say, oh, look how they played Michigan.
Right.
They must be terrible.
Right.
Not the case.
All right, let's go to Paulie Two Shirts. My societal prosecutors.
Sex masochism.
My tool of the week is also the Cleveland Browns and ownership. Last night proved why we don't want a dome. Not only was that the best Browns game of the year, George Pickens blamed the loss on the snow.
I saw
which
this.
Looked awesome.
I saw
and
that.
I know he was belittling us. I don't care. GTH. How about Pickens? Second time. They showed the clip of when he was at Georgia. I think it was a game against Georgia Tech, where he is just fighting with a player while the play is going on instead of running his route and trying to position to catch a football. He's on Hail Mary duty, and he's too busy. Who was that with him for the Browns?
Oh, I
Who was the
forget.
defensive
Was he
back
ran
that was
into?
fighting with us? I don't know if that was Delpit or one of the other guys. But just straight up fighting with him, and then it looked like he was jawing at guys in the crowd as well as the cameras kind of turned away.
Sucks to suck, sucks to lose. Probably mad that he's losing. That's what I would say.
He seems to suck. That's what I see. Yeah. Let's go, Stin. My guys.
Well, I don't like Facebook.
My tool of the week is you guys for forgetting 4-star running back recruit Bo Jackson's legal first name is Lamar. How can he not be a beast with that name? He's Lamar Bo Jackson. My goodness.
If I'm not mistaken, because we were asking why did he decide to go with Bo Jackson, because that's a bit, presumptive when you're going to be a college running back to compare yourself to him. But the other options are his first name is Lamar Jackson, like this guy said. His middle name is, I believe, Michael Jackson. So it's like, no matter what you go with there, you're going to draw comparisons. So he just said, whatever. I'll just go with the nickname I've been given, which is Bo Jackson. That's fine.
All right, let's go down to Caleb. My tool of the week is myself for wanting to give Teddy the tool of the week crown. I was flying back from a work trip in Cali. Had a layover in Chicago. It was wheels up at 6 p.m., I listened to the Monday show on my first flight and hoped to listen to the Tuesday show out of Chicago. As the plane taxied to take off at 6:10 p.m., I was refreshing my podcast feed and wasn't seeing a new Man and Bone episode. I was pissed at Teddy for being slow. About 20 minutes after takeoff, I went to the show page and saw the episode was added an hour and a half ago. I'm a dummy and saw 6 o'clock, but that's Central Time. Thanks for all you do, Ted. I'll never doubt you again.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
never
right.
again.
Never doubt
Way
Ted.
to apologize, Caleb.
Yeah,
Thank you, Caleb.
He switched up his tool of the week mid-tool of the week
I like
tweet.
It. That's good. Give me, do you have one more?
Let's go. Let's see a little screen grab here. Benjamin Not Button. My guys.
Absolute drunken orgies.
My tool of the week is whoever input the TV rating on this documentary, hoping to provide my 8-year-olds some history on the rivalry. Soon into the documentary, there was an absolute tirade of F-bombs dropped as the documentary interviewed fans. PG indeed. Hashtag no F's given. Wait, there were. Apparently, the
Lots of F's given.
HBO original Michigan versus Ohio State, the rivalry, plenty of F words, and it just says TV PG right there.
There you go.
Jen Winters, big fan of it.
Love it. That's
Huge
great.
fan of it.
Timmy, pick a winner.
Let's, you know what? Good stuff all around. I've not seen Stin hanging out here a ton. So let's go. That was a good one on Bo Jackson, Lamar Jackson, giving us some credit for that. You guys, I didn't do that. That was you.
Stin gets a $50 gift card to Pecan Pennies, your downtown home for barbecue, happy hour, and soccer. Back page coming up next, Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 15-minute slowdown on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 315. And stop-and-go traffic is causing a 20-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and the 71 East Split. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Take advantage of Z-Bart's Black Friday deals all month long. Shield your truck with Orano Lining Spray-On Bed Liner, $100 off. Defend against rust and corrosion with undercoating, $50 off. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED, and as a Promenic restorative health practice, we've literally seen countless thousands of relationships renewed across the nation. Plus, with treatments having success rates well over 90%, coupled with many treatment options, we can likely find the right one for you. You may even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us and give your partner the best gift you can give this season, a renewed, restored relationship. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com.
Meyer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meyer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meyer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meyer.com for details.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture an oil change that's quick, not rushed. When you hear the bell, feel yourself becoming light as a feather. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No automotive worry, no appointment needed.
The Buckeye Show.
Position coach and head coach and coordinators would be of the mindset of resting starters because the playoffs are what matter most.
The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light and sponsored by CareSource.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Have you tried all the great new food at Ohio Stadium? Each home game, the Levy Culinary Team creates a burger named after the opponent. Taste the competition burger. This Saturday will feature the Indiana Italian Burger, a fresh beef patty, topped with house-made marinara, giardiniera, herb ricotta, and finished with roasted mushrooms, bacon, and cheddar. Try the Indiana Italian Burger at the Taste the Competition burger carts at Section 8 on A deck and Section 12 on C deck on game day.
Discover unbeatable value at Giant Eagle, your go-to destination for all your holiday needs. With deals for days, stock up on everything from delicious dips and appetizers to fresh bakery treats and more. These special prices are available for a limited time, so don't miss out on the chance to make your gatherings unforgettable. Visit your local Giant Eagle or Market District today and take advantage of these incredible offers.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
You might not consider yourself a tech expert, but you can still protect yourself from online scammers with McAfee Total Protection. From fake delivery text to bank alerts, scams are everywhere. That's where McAfee Total Protection steps in. McAfee will help keep your devices and identity safer and your private info private. Visit McAfee.com/online protection and get up to 79% off award-winning online protection. This Black Friday Cyber Monday deal won't last. Offer ends 12/4/24. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Final segment of the program, an early one tonight for us, early exit for me and Timmy. Panama Ted is here as well. Buckeye basketball starts up at 6 tonight. Campbell in town. So the men's basketball team taking them on.
Sums up, though.
Your
Something's
coverage
going on.
Your coverage starts at 5 here on The Fan with Timmy with a 15-minute warm-up show. Then we get to the network pregame. So, Timmy, what is the latest here? We've got some issues with some of the front court here for Ohio State.
So Sean Stewart, we know, is out because of an injury that he sustained against Evansville. But the hope is that he's going to be okay. And he looked like he hit his head. Maybe it was more of his shoulder landing on the court, but he bumped into a guy and then went down. He was right in front of the Buckeye bench. Diebler was standing right there. He didn't come back in that game. The Buckeyes were handling Evansville, so no real reason for that. So he's out, and we learned that Aaron Bradshaw was out too. But now Ohio State has released a statement on Aaron Bradshaw. Nothing on Sean Stewart, though. So here it is. This is all that it is about the 7'1" transfer center from Kentucky.
This was a big get in the transfer portal.
Big part of this rehaul. I say rehaul, but it's a year-to-year business now.
Absolutely.
You lose Felix Okpara. You lost Roddy Gale. You had to go and get guys right back, and this was a big part of it. He was going to be an instant starter. We all knew from the second he transferred in, he'd have to be your starting 5, and we're going to hope for the best with how he developed because he wasn't a key contributor at Kentucky, part of why he left. We don't know really a lot. This is their statement. Aaron Bradshaw is not currently participating in team activities. The university is following its established process. Due to federal privacy laws, we cannot share further information at this time.
Okay.
That's it.
That's not an injury thing then, whatever this is.
No.
I mean, it could be something as simple as, we don't know. It could be something as simple as he's just, I'm not sure if I want to play here or whatever. Who knows? But in either case,
I don't know what the next steps are.
He's not playing tonight. So
that's baffling.
Yeah, it is baffling.
It's so early in the season. You don't want to speculate too much. It's such a vague statement. I don't necessarily think that 100% counts out an injury. You hope that it's not a serious illness, Yeah, that's
right.
the one thing.
You don't
really
know what
hope
it is.
that it's not something very serious. That was found out as far as a health condition, not so much an injury.
Have no idea what it is. Obviously, if we find out more, we'll let you know. Meanwhile, that's coming up tonight, 5 o'clock, just top of the hour. We'll have coverage starting for you then. Tip at 6. Also, tomorrow, Indiana, Ohio State, top 5 matchup coverage starting at 6:30 here on The Fan. We haven't even really done this yet, Timmy, but we got a few minutes left. Predictions for this game. How do we see it going? Are we both fearful of Indiana? Like, we're getting to crunch time now. We know all about how good this team is. We think we've got some idea of how good their coach is and everything that they're bringing to the table. But do we feel like this is a game where it is a fourth quarter battle?
Yes,
or do we feel like Ohio State is going to just go out there and, like they did with Michigan State a few years ago, and just roll through them, and by halftime it's 49-0?
I feel that this is going to be a big-time football game, that fans that go out there to this one and, pay the money and enjoy the game day atmosphere and go to it, they're going to be puckered up a little bit. They're going to feel. They're going to feel everything that you can feel in a big time college football game. The nerves of wondering if they win. But I ultimately think that this Buckeye team has enough in the tanks at this time. I can see a 28-24 late lead for the Buckeyes, and then the defense is getting some timely stops, and then the offense has one of those nice drives and then seals that deal with a 35-24 victory.
Yeah. I've got it.
That's where I got
I've got it 34-21 is where I'm going on this. But still, I think a close game.
13-point win.
Yeah, I think
Bucs.
similar thing. I think the Buckeyes kind of pull away late. But yeah, it should be an excellent game. Of course, all the coverage right here on the Fan. Back page time. Let's do it.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy, I actually had something just pop across my screen here.
Yeah, what do you got?
George Harrison, legendary Beatles guitarist. His played guitar, one of the two guitars he used during much of the time he was in the Beatles, it's known as the Futurama guitar, once owned by Harris. It just went to auction. He played this thing in over 300 performances with the Beatles.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah, how much do you think this thing hammered for? It has been sold at auction. Sold at auction.
I'm going to say 15 million pounds.
You know what? You could have had this for a bargain. A measly 1.27 million pounds is what it took to get a Beatles guitar player's guitar. Like,
I'm thinking
George Harrison's one
the
of his
Beatles.
Guitars.
They're not even just in England either. Not even just in the UK. I would think that would have.
Oh, sure, around the world.
And it did. Been around the world.
1.2 million. No word on how much you would get if you tried to buy, like, I don't know, handwritten lyrics from an Oasis song. But if only we knew someone who had done that. Maybe we could ask them. I don't know if we do.
Know anybody that bought those.
No, not at all. Buckeye basketball coverage starting up top of the hour. And then, of course, the tip with Campbell coming up at 6. We will see you all on Monday, hopefully talking about a couple of great Buckeye victories, basketball, football, and otherwise. That's coming up on Monday, let's hope. Timmy, thanks for sticking with me this week. It's Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 71 at 270 on the north outer belt. And stop-and-go traffic has a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between 33 and Bryce Road. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Take advantage of Z-Bart's Black Friday deals all month long. Shield your truck with a Rhino Lining Spray-On bed liner, $100 off. Defend against rust and corrosion with undercoating, $50 off. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com. Use the promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100. The Ohio State-Indiana line continues to hop around for tomorrow. Ohio State is now a 10.5-point favorite. The line got as high as 13.5 and as low as 9.5 this week. And Buckeye Hoops are a 25.5-point favorite tonight against Campbell. For your Prime Sports Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get the perfect match of both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or pay with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. Here's something that ECO stands for that you did not see coming.
Okay.
Echocardiogram.
I did not see that coming.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Most people think if they call someone about their furnace or heat pump, some unscrupulous salesman is going to pressure them to buy a whole new unit, even if their old one could be repaired and give them years more service.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Your heart starts racing and you're sweating and breathing funny and your echocardiogram just goes nuts.
I'll say.
As the guy who invented those hospital wristbands that always stick to your arm hair, I know a thing or two about echocardiograms.
Get Eco.
ECO.
But call ECO and our team will explain all your options, what you can fix, how much it costs, and how that compares to a whole new system.
And your echocardiogram?
Nice and flat. I mean flat-ter. Actually, flat is bad. Don't worry, they didn't let me invent any of the medical stuff.
Get Eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese 3-way at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
At $179 million in total cash prizes.
Mom, what are you doing?
Mix in 3-parts bills, bonus boxes, and multipliers.
Is this some kind of recipe?
Gradually stir in a ton of excitement.
Oh, you're trying to make Ohio Lottery holiday scratch-offs, aren't you? Stop overcomplicating things. Just go buy all your favorites like Holiday Cash, Holiday Lucky Times 10, and Merry Money.
Oh, that is easier.
Uh-huh.
Now help sift non-winning tickets into My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win.
Play Holiday Scratch-Offs. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The perfect Thanksgiving starts with a Meyer frozen turkey for just 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. Imagine that golden, crispy skin. Ooh, that sounds good.
Stick to the script, please.
Oh, right. Roasted to perfection with fresh rolls, creamy gravy, and a delicious sweet potato casserole. I love those little marshmallows. Sorry. Bring more good to Thanksgiving with a Meyer frozen turkey for 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. That is a good deal.
Limit 1. Exclusions apply. Discount automatically applied when you enter your M-Perks ID. See all deals in store or on the Meyer app.
Broadcasting from the